Let's talk about the responsible AI consumer. What is the skill required for responsible AI consumer to have? So we have been talking 5 skills that we need to master. First, we need to know how to communicate with the AI agents. The second, we need to break down the big problem into the small problems. The third one is skill to make right decisions when to use not and or not to use AI agents. We also need the AI knowledge, which is the background or the basic fundamental of the AI. And lastly, we need to be responsible as a consumer or even as a builder. So let's start with the first one. You need to communicate with AI. Or in the past, the skill that we need to communicate with AI we call prompt engineering. But right now it's not only the prompt as a text, it's not the prompt as a multimodal or multiple source, but it's more about the context or about the longer prompt that we communicate with AI. Let's come back with the prompt engineering and the basic of the prompt engineering. Based on the Google Prompting Guide 101, it recommends that when you prompt or when you communicate with AI, your ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot, the good prompt has at least 21 words. Think about it when you prompt and you prompt in the ChatGPT, how many words that you use. Google said most people only use 9 or less words, but the good prompt is 20 words. So next time, when you go to use a ChatGPT or Gemini, you need to prompt a lot more, at least 20 words. An effective one, the effective is better than the good one. You need to have the template or the criteria, what you can prompt in the 21 word or more than that. So the Google recommend 4 elements. So the 4 elements, the first one is a persona, the second one is a task, the third one is a context, and then the fourth one is a format. Let's go one by one. The first one is a persona. When you talk to ChatGPT or Gemini, the first thing that you need to do is you need to identify the persona for the AI. If you want them to do financial analysis, you need to uh, identify the persona and tell the Gemini or the Copilot that uh, it is the financial analysis. Or if the physics teacher, you need to identify first what is the persona for the AI. In the other dimension for persona is a persona for yourself. So let's say I want to AI to explain what is a quantum computing, right? So I identify the persona for the AI that okay, you are the physics teacher that have 20 years of experience. This is a persona that I set it to the AI. On the other hand, I have to tell them what my personas to the AI as well. For example, I am only the first year student that study the physics in the first time. So the answer that AI can respond gonna be customized for myself. But if I say that I only the grade 5 and I never learned physics before, please explain the quantum computing and you are the physics teacher for more than 30 years. So the answer gonna be different from the first one. So this is the first important element when you do the prompt. We call the persona. The second thing we call task. What you want AI to do, just tell them what they want to do. They want them to draw the picture, they want to calculate things, they want to summarize things. You need to tell the AI. Otherwise, they need to guess what you want. Whatever you want, you just tell them. The third thing is a context. The context is a detail about the task. You want them to build a trip. You want them to create a trip for you. So where you're gonna go, how long it's gonna take, who you're gonna go with, what is your budget. That's a context that you need to put it in. The last one is a format. Since the ChatGPT or Gemini, they can answer in different language, right? So the first thing that what language that they want to answer, what format that they want to answer. You want a table, you want the summary, you want the image, or you want the video. What format that you want? You can also specify the format in detail. For example, if you want the AI to do the meeting summary, you may tell them that okay, just what the purpose of the meeting summary. You want to summary to your team members or you want summary to executive? Do you want to start the format with the executive summary? Do you want to want a table? Do you want an action item? What the format output that you want? So that is the one that you put in the last element, which is very important when you do the prompting. So effective prompt based on the Google consists of persona, task, context, and format. The last thing that Google mentioned, it said that prompt is an iterative process. Normally, when you prompt the first time, it's not perfect. So you need to keep conversation until you get the right result. That is the process we call prompt craft. The prompt craft is a little bit different than the normal prompt. You think about output first. You think about what the output should be, and you think about input to put it in, and then you gonna get the output that you prefer. So that is we call the prompt craft. So next time, if you do prompt engineering, you should not do only from the input and expect the output gonna be the same. Think about output, we get back and think about input prompt, and then use the four element in your input prompt, and you're gonna get the output as you prefer.